So for this last question on this web assignment question exercise, I'm noticing this is about, these are dependent samples because the pretest, post-test, each of these scores represent one person's results. There's the first person's pretest result, the first person's post-test result. So what we're doing, and they kind of told us this, they were testing for the mean differences. So what I need to do is I need to find the differences between these scores. So I'm just going to select them. And I'm going to Control C. I'm going to go to a spreadsheet. And I'm going to click once and Control V to paste them in. And then I got to do the differences. So I'm going to subtract them. So I'm going to try, let's see, they tell me what to do in this, yeah, post-test minus the pre-test. So when I do this calculation, I got to do equals. I'm going to click on the post-test grade minus the pre-test grade. And that's the difference. That person certainly went up a lot. I'm going to fill this down. Okay, so now I know this is a test of mean differences. So I'm going to just copy the one set of data. And I'm going to go to Rossman Chance. Okay, and I've got one mean. I'm going to paste my data in. I got to clear it. Use my data. I'm going to do a test of significance, and I want to test if it's a two-tailed test with the mean difference being 0. Calculate it. So because it's a two-tailed test, I'm going to get a pretty big p-value. So what do they ask me to find here? What's the test statistic? Well, I think the test statistic was, let's see here. Nope, I don't want to maximize it. I want to minimize this. Well, what am I doing here? I don't usually use Edge. Let's see. I'm going to slide this one over here so I can see those numbers. So the test statistic was below negative 0.54. The p-value was very large at 0.5923. And the p-value is a whole lot greater than alpha. So we failed to reject the null hypothesis. And there's not sufficient evidence to warrant the rejection of the claim that the mean difference of post, I think it's this one. What's this one say? Support the claim the mean difference of the post-test from the pre-test is not equal to support the claim. Yeah, this is oh boy. There's not sufficient evidence to warrant the rejection of the claim is not equal to 0. The way they worded this, that would be our H. That's what HA is. So we want to go with HO we can't. There's not sufficient evidence to support the claim that the mean difference is not equal to 0. Right? We can't say some double negatives there. Let's see how I did. No, it doesn't like something. So it doesn't like the test statistic, but it does like the p-value. So that tells me, yeah, 4 decimal places. That's the issue. So that's just a Rossman Chance bugaboo. They'd want more decimal places. I mean, we could do all that by hand, but I got the p-value right. I know I'm going to reject HO. So that's just what's happening there. I mean, I could certainly calculate that by hand, but because it is just a t-test. I mean, I could do, let's see, this minus 0 divided by here. Can I write on this? I can. This would be taken care of with a different calculator, but if I wanted to do this by hand without having to go find another calculator, let me get a board. So I know it's going to get the test statistic, I'm going to do the mean of negative 5.148. And of course, that's minus 0 because that's what our null hypothesis says, over 43.352 over the square root of how many numbers are here? How many pairs are here? They tell us that. I don't know why I like to go to my spreadsheet with my spreadsheet. So I'm seeing 21 numbers. So I would just divide this by 21, square root of 21. And that would tell me that would give me more decimal places. Because this is just a single sample test, that's fairly easy. Okay, so I hope that helps you learn how to do this. The trouble with using a calculator to do this, what I would have to do is I would have to key in all those numbers, which isn't an impossible task, but it is a lot more work. Okay, so hopefully that helps you out.